We can go.
Good, great. Shall we start?
Yes.
Okay. So,
Unmute yourself.
for a minute, everyone can unmute yourself. Just for a minute. So, good evening, fellow Toastmasters, and I welcome you all to our first online meeting of Chennai Toastmasters Club. Before moving to the meeting, I'd like to brief upon certain set of rules which need to be followed. As usual, first of all, keep your mobile phones in silent mode. Number two, do not talk about taboo topics such as sex, politics, and religion. And number three, since you guys are at home, when the person is speaking, whoever it is, kindly don't move here or there. And then fourth one is kindly ensure that your internet connectivity is in a good condition. Make sure that there's no interruptions or something like that. Any laptop users in the house? Any laptop users? Kindly raise your hands. Just a minute. Yeah, any laptop users? Kindly raise your hands. Okay, so if there's any information to be passed on by, there is an option called chat option which is below. So you can drop down whatever you want and we'll be there to help. And the rest, and the mobile users the same. There is an icon called as participants icon. If you click on there, there is an option called as chat, and underneath the chat option, there's everyone option. So if you click on that, if you click on that option, you can type that message and we'll be there to help you out. And if there's any message to be conveyed to a particular person, for instance, if I want to convey a message to Bhuvneshwari, under that everyone option, if you click on it's a drop down box actually. So if you click on that, there are a list of participants who are there in the meeting. So if you click on that particular person, if I want to convey a message to Bhuvneshwari, I'll click on Bhuvneshwari's name, type the message, and can click send. So there are two ways to convey the message through this online meeting. And without wasting any more time, let me hand over the proceedings to our presiding officer, Toastmaster Nadira. Toastmaster Nadira, over to you.
Thank you so much, Sergeant at Arms. So it's a very proud moment for Chennai Toastmasters Club as such, because we get the privilege of having our 719th meeting online for the very first time. And this is even before the district and the division has given us the instructions to do so. So can we have a huge pat on the back for having at least started this successful series? Okay. So great minds bring lots of things together. So on this note, I'd like to declare meeting number 719 open. So to tell you all, reminding you all of this kind of great mind at work, next to that you see this monkey over there, right? Which says, so it basically says great mind at work. Similarly, we have the Toastmaster of the day, who is also a great mind at work. So without further ado, let's welcome Toastmaster Syed Sultan to conduct the proceedings for today. Over to you, Syed.
Thank you so much, President. So you were comparing me with that monkey. Okay. I'm not a handsome guy. I am not a handsome guy, but I can give my hand to someone who needs help. I'm not a handsome guy, but I can give my hand to someone who needs help. Beauty is required in the heart, not in the face. Good evening, Toastmasters, and welcome to this very first online CTM meeting. Few seconds ago, I shared a quote. So can anyone tell whose quote is this? This quote was given by a great person, an Indian. So you can unmute yourself and just share the name.
Toastmaster Syed Sultan.
The quote has been given by Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam.
Thank you, Toastmaster Aishwarya. Yes, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. So today's theme is going to be the Missile Man of India. And I'll be talking about Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. So let me share a few things about his early life. He was born to a Tamil Muslim family in Rameshwaram, situated in Tamil Nadu. He is the youngest of 4 brothers and a sister being the eldest of all. During his early age, he used to sell newspapers so that it could help his family with the income. So sometimes with the leftover newspapers, he used to make rockets and just fly it. So from making paper rockets at a young age to becoming the mastermind of rockets at the later part of his life. We'll see how this journey happened as we proceed with the meetings. I'm going with the assumption that we are well aware by the structure because most of us are Toastmasters. Almost everybody is a Toastmaster in this meeting. So similarly to the meeting in person, we have 3 sessions: prepared speech session, table topic session, and evaluation session. So before moving into these 3 sessions, I would like to invite our general evaluator, Toastmaster Geeta, to introduce herself and brief about her role to the audience. So general evaluator, Toastmaster Geeta, please take the control.
Good afternoon, all. This is Geeta here as General Evaluator for today. Basically, my duty is to make sure, at least for today, I need to make sure that the meeting gets over by 5 p.m., before 5 p.m., 5 minutes before 5 p.m. at least, so that we are all set for clapping for our warriors. And to help me conduct this meeting, I have 2 teams to support me. The first team comprises of the timer, the grammarian, and the R counter, and the second team will be the evaluator. So for now, I will be introducing you to my tag team, who will brief you about their objectives. So it is very important for a speaker to finish his speech within the prescribed time limit. So to help the speakers, both the prepared speakers and the TT speakers, we have our timer, Toastmaster Cholan, to help them achieve this objective. With this, I call upon Toastmaster Cholan to brief his speech objectives. Over to you, Toastmaster Cholan.
As a timer, my responsibility is to keep tracking of time of speakers and role players. When the speakers reach a minimum time, I clap once. When the speaker reaches the intermediate time, again I clap once. When a speaker reaches the maximum time, I clap twice. And end of the meeting, I will submit my report. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Cholan. It's now time for me to invite our counter Toastmaster, Kritika Gopi. She'll ensure that you complete your speech without any interruptions. She'll make sure that your speech is clear and crisp. Over to you, Kritika Gopi.
Thank you, ma'am. Good afternoon, Toastmasters. The purpose of the R counter is to note words and sounds that are used as crutch or pause filler by anyone who speaks during the meeting. I will listen for overused words, including and, well, but, so, and you know. I will also listen for filler words, including and I will also note when a speaker repeats a word or phrase like I, this means, or etc. At the end of the meeting, I will report the number of times that each speaker used these expectations. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Kritika Gopi. I now move on to the grammarian for today, who is Toastmaster Nadira. She will ensure that your speech is very clear and your language is commendable. Over to you, Toastmaster Nadira.
Ma'am, a small correction. I'm not the grammarian for today. It's actually Toastmaster Chandani for today.
Okay, I heard you wrong, I think, that time. I noted it down as Nadira. Over to you, Toastmaster Chandani.
Yeah, actually, I think Chandani is facing some network issues. So we'll continue. So with this, the word of the day
is online.
Yeah, actually we'll complete with this grammarian first. The word of the day is saludos. I think it is shared in the group. Thank you, Toastmaster Geeta, for the introduction. Now I'd like to take few minutes to welcome our DTM, Nina John. So after a long gap, we are witnessing her. So welcome, ma'am, to this online meeting. Can we have a huge round of applause?
Welcome to CTM, ma'am.
Hi, thank you.
Hi, ma'am.
Hi, everybody. Thank you. Go ahead.
Yeah, sure, ma'am. So with this, we'll move on to the next session. Before prepared speech, we have jig session. So the quote master for the day is Toastmaster Karthik Mahalingam. So ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming our quote master, Toastmaster Karthik. Karthik, you can unmute yourself.
Yeah. Hi, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Good evening, everyone. The moment you see me, you might be thinking about whether the corona affected me or I'm taking precautions for corona. Like that, every day we able to think 55,000 thoughts to 60,000. The thoughts which we are thinking about, it could be a positive or it could be a negative. The question here is, the thoughts which we are thinking, are we controlling it? Yes, when it's come to the thought, we have to control. Here I have a solution to control the thought. In our life, we have the many situations where we can feel positive, and also we have the opportunities where we can feel negative. So learn the gratitude journalism, which will help us to learn the positive things, and also which will help us to feel positive always. What we think about, what we talk about, always which decides how we feel. Who decides what we think about and what we talk about? We do, right? You might be wondering what I am talking about. The quote for the day is, no one make me feel bad without my consent. I repeat, no one will make me feel bad without my consent. It could be a positive, it could be a negative. If you get the negative feedback, take it as a positive way. Learn the gratitude journalism which you have now. Over to you, TM Murray.
Thank you, Toastmaster Karthik. Well said. To share with us few idioms, we have a great Toastmaster Jagadish Raganathan. So ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our idiom master for the day, Toastmaster Jagadish.
Good evening, one and all. I'm going to tell you all two idioms today. As cool as cucumber, which means a person to be very calm and with no worries. And the second idiom is couch potato, which means a lazy person like me. For me, my mentor, John, is one of the coolest people in this call. And the lazy person is obviously me. If you ask me, I joined CTM way back in the month of February 2018. From the day one, I kept saying, bro, I have already started writing the icebreaker speech. We'll send you the script in a couple of days. It took 7 whole months for me to send in the script. He knew very well that I simply give false promises. However, he never discouraged me. And he doesn't care whether anyone is reading or replying to his texts. He keeps sending motivational messages. As a couch potato, I'm learning a lot from my mentor, a cool cucumber. Over to you.
Thank you, Couch Potato. Toastmasters will now move on to the first session, prepared speech session. We have an enthusiastic Toastmaster who will be giving his icebreaker speech. He is none other than Toastmaster Abhilash. Before inviting him, I would request his evaluator, Toastmaster Adil, to brief out the project objectives and wish him good luck.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters. Toastmaster Abhilash will be delivering his first speech today in this online meeting. And the objective of his speech is to begin speaking before an audience To discover speaking skills you already have and skills that need some attention. And time allotted is 4 to 6 minutes. Timer, please note, it is 4 to 6 minutes. All the best, Abhilash. Stage is yours.
Thank you, Toastmaster Adil. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together. You can just put your hands together. You need not unmute yourself. So please welcome our prepared speaker, the first ever prepared speaker of CTM online meeting, Toastmaster Abhilash. The stage is all yours.
Thank you, Toastmaster Syed, for that wonderful introduction. 23 years ago, in the labor room of a hospital in Chennai, a doctor said, "Lata, your baby is here." "Lata, your baby is here," said the doctor again, a little louder this time. "Now, let me tell you all something about this baby. This baby was truly a miracle child, weighing just 1.5 kilograms at the time of birth and easily fitting into the palm of my dad. It wasn't known if the baby would make it through the day, for such were the complications in the baby's health. Fast forward with the days turning to weeks, the weeks into months, and the months into years. That baby was truly a miracle child. Being top-notch in academics and equally excelling at sports, that baby was the apple's eye of everyone around. Yes, that baby was none other than my twin sister, born exactly 3 minutes after me. I, on the other hand, have always been more trouble than what was worth. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters. The name is Abhilash. I am a chartered accountant by profession. Speaking of my family, my dad is a chartered accountant, my mom is a homemaker, and my sister is an engineering graduate currently doing a master's abroad. Speaking of my life, I did my schooling from PSBB, a reputed institution. I was not a particularly studious kid, but somehow managed to maintain my rank in the top 15 in a class of 40. Until one day, an incident happened. One fine day in my 4th grade, my teacher conducted a surprise math test. And by sheer luck, I managed to outscore my sister and all the other studious kids to emerge the topper in that test. My teacher gave me the title of hero of the day and asked the entire class to applaud for me. And perhaps in that moment, as for the first time, I heard so many people appreciating me. Something in me changed for the better, and I resolved to continue getting good marks. And continued that till 12th standard. And bam, in the year of 2014, my school journey ended on a high. What was a smooth ride until then was now all set to become a roller coaster. For this marked the beginning of my 5-year journey to chartered accountancy. This was a period during which I learned many life lessons. This was a period where there were people constantly talking about me behind my back, waiting to put me down at every turn and wanting to prove my decision of taking chartered accountancy as wrong. But it was also during this time that I found a great teacher, one who motivated me to come back stronger and prove my critics wrong. And with his able guidance and my parents' unflinching support, I managed to successfully clear my chartered accountancy. And there, for the time being, let me put brakes and tell you what I think about life. I believe that life is a journey made more worthwhile by celebrating our achievements, big and small, while continuing to learn from our struggles. For it are these achievements and learnings in equal measure that truly make life complete, while also giving us memories down the lane that we can cherish. And speaking of memories, I can't help but remember the day my chartered accountancy results came and I passed. It was one of the most happiest and joyous moments of my life, where I felt that some meaning has come to my life at last. But a week later, one of my mom's friends called and asked me, or rather told me, "Congratulations, Abhilash, on finishing your chartered accountancy in the first go. My son has decided to take up chartered accountancy. Would you be able to guide him?" And she gave the phone to her son. I spoke to him for 15 minutes, but those 15 minutes were filled with a lot of passes, not knowing what to say, and many ahs, ums, buts. And finally, at the end, I managed to just tell him, if you have any other doubts, please feel free to call me, and kept the phone down. Needless to say, that call never came back. But there, I realized I may be successful as a person. But how am I able to communicate with the world if my communications isn't effective? And there, I decided to join Toastmasters. I joined Toastmasters with the objective of improving my communication and leadership skills. But these past few months at Chennai Toastmasters have taught me so much more. They have given me a fresh lease of life in an otherwise mundane and professional life. And here, I would like to put the brakes and recollect a few words that were told by Toastmaster Shrikant a few months back. Ask not of what this club can give for you, but what you can in turn give for the club by making quality speeches. And that is what I would love to strive to do in the months to come. This may have been my icebreaker, but I have already made history in the books of CTM as the first online speaker, and that gives me an immense sense of gratitude. Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster side.
Thank you, Toastmaster Abhilash. A great speech indeed. To all those who had joined in the middle of the meeting, so the theme of the day is the Missile Man of India, and I'll be talking about Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. I have one interesting fact about Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam to share with everybody. In 1979, Dr. Kalam was the program director of SLV mission, and Professor Satish Menon, he was the chairman of ISRO at that time. On August 10, 1979, they were ready to launch the first rocket, Rohini. Everything was good. The countdown started. When 4 minutes were remaining, the computer encountered an issue. 3 minutes, 2 minutes, and when 1 minute was remaining, the computer had automatically put the launch on hold. There were few experts who had a talk with Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, and these experts told him that we are very much confident about our calculations, so you can go ahead with the launch manually. On listening to them, Dr. Kalam, he launched manually. There are few stages. The first stage, successfully the rocket cleared, and on the second stage, instead of getting launched into the orbit, the rocket went directly into the Bay of Bengal. The mission ended up in a failure. Crores of money was wasted. That evening, they had to address the press. Professor Satish Dhawan, as the chairman, he took Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam with him, and he made him sit aside, and he spoke to the press people. Actually, it was the program director who had to address the press, but Professor Satish Dhawan, as a leader, he addressed the press. The statement he made, ladies and gentlemen, we failed as a team, but I'm confident about my team members. They will definitely be successful the next time. After that incident, Dr. Kalam had recollected this incident many times, and he used to praise Satish Dhawan for teaching him that leadership qualities. These are the qualities that a leader should possess. With this, it's time to move on to the next session, the second session. On hearing the name of this session, most of us get frightened, but there's one person who is calm and comfortable about this situation. He is a TT champion and a very own shark. If you had attended yesterday's meeting, you might relate it in a better way. So ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together to welcome our TT master, Toastmaster John Sherlin.
Good evening, Toastmasters and guests. It's good to see you all in this wonderful afternoon. Today we are going to have an impromptu session, speaking session. Okay, I will narrate the objectives of the session. Each speaker will be given a topic. on the spot, and they have to speak for minimum of 1 minute and maximum of 2 minutes. And additionally, 2 minutes, 30 seconds grace time will be given in order for you to qualify. If you speak less than 1 minute and if you speak more than 2 minutes, 30 seconds, you will be disqualified and you will not be qualified for voting. So let's move on to the table topics. I will go through the participant list and I will pick some members in random who are the non-role players first. In the alphabetical order, let me call upon Toastmaster Aniruddha. Aniruddha, kindly unmute yourself. Toastmaster Aniruddha, are you there?
Am I audible?
Yeah, but your voice is not clear. Yes? Hello, Aniruddha?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, but there is some voice disturbance.
Hold on.
Okay. Okay, let's move on to the next speaker before Aniruddha sort out those issues. The next speaker will be.
Is it better now?
Sorry?
Is it better now?
Okay. Yeah, I think the voice issue is sorted out. Aniruddha, the topic for you today is, do you think crying is a sign of weakness or strength? Do you think crying is a sign of weakness or strength? Over to you, Toastmaster Aniruddha.
Well, I think crying is a sign of weakness when you cry in front of others. Crying by yourself, sorting things out in front of your closed ones, that's a sign of strength. But if you're going out there, if you're complaining to the rest of the world, what's happening, if you're crying in front of other people, maybe posting sob stories, I don't think that's a sign of weakness. That comes off more like you're not being able to handle it yourself. You want more support. I mean, sure, everyone needs support, but that should come from your close friends and family. So whom you cry in front of, that defines whether crying is a strength or a weakness. And besides that, even when you're in front of family, the thing is, it's about how much you're willing to let go. Because when you're not crying in front of the people whom you trust, then you're keeping it inside you, you're keeping it pent up. And that would actually, even though at that moment it may feel like the right thing to do, but that will technically prolong the pain and prolong the suffering. And anyone who has faced someone who hasn't cried in front of them knows that someone who is holding up the pent up tears inside him, his personality has got to change for the moment. So I think it's the strength comes from the fact that you're willing to open up and to admit your vulnerabilities, but let's keep that to our close friends and not to the general public or social media. Thank you.
Thank you, Aniruddha. But in my life, what is happening is, if I expose my vulnerability, they are using that as a vulnerability against me. I don't know. Maybe, okay, let's sort it out. Cholan will be giving you the time indication for the rest of the TT speakers. At the end of 1 minute, he will be giving a clap signal, and 1 minute 30 seconds, and the clap signal. At the end of 2 minutes, he will be clapping twice. And one more instruction for Cholan is that the Cholan, when the clock strikes at 4:40, you clap 5 times so that we can allow the people on time to clap by 5 p.m. Okay. So the next speaker who is going to be is DTM Mayur. DTM Mayur, can you kindly unmute yourself?
Yes.
And if you're ready.
Yes, I'm ready.
Yes. DTM Mayur, your topic for today is what makes you smile. What makes you smile, DTM Mayur?
An act of kindness, watching people in their act of kindness makes anyone smile. It brings out the human inside us. Right now, we see that people in the medical field are actually lending out their arms to people who are suffering and setting the right example, saying that your life matters rather than my life. They're putting their lives on the line to actually save a million other lives. That act of kindness, that act of selflessness is what makes me smile. Because when I chose to be a volunteer, I got an opportunity to help another person discover their dreams. Volunteering is such a a wonderful act where we can actually bring the human and inside us out. One of the volunteer activities that I do is blood donation. Blood donation is such a selfless act because you do not expect anything in return. You don't know whom the blood goes to. At the same time, I have also been the recipient of many people's blood. So at the time of need, some people have donated their blood and they have helped me out. So likewise, I try to give back to the society. These are acts of kindness that set the right example and bring the smile on anyone else. It's not just humanity, but the whole of Earth. We see that animals have so much care and kindness for other creatures. That is where we can actually learn. And and one of the most leading personalities is Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, who set a wonderful example throughout his life. He has been a sedulous personality where he made the whole world actually stand up for him and respect him. And that is something that makes me really smile. Thank you.
Thank you, DTM, for that wonderful insight you had given. Definitely, we will also try to be more selfless so that we can have the joy in our life. Moving on to the next speaker. Next speaker is a very special speaker. We haven't heard her voice for a longer period of time. Now it's a great fortune for us to hear her voice once again. DTM Meena ma'am, are you available?
Yes,
Can
I
you
am.
kindly unmute yourself? Yes,
Yep.
ma'am.
Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am. I have a wonderful topic for you. The topic is, what are you most grateful for? What are you most grateful for, DTM Meena?
Toastmaster today, fellow Toastmasters, visible guests, invisible guests, anybody around here. Good evening. What are you most grateful for? I think today's theme is, that question is very apt today because we're actually going to show gratitude for all the known people who are helping us, the medical personnel, the janitorial services, everybody who's around who does their work without asking to be paid or without asking for an immediate reward. That I think is the highest form of service. Because when someone does something because you're asking them to or because you're paying for it, you don't feel anything either. But here, these are the people who are doing their work without being asked, without being told, and most are following what I call the ABCD principle, above and beyond the call of duty. So everyone is going out of their way to ensure that their work is done, that they're helping others, and as Mayur said just now, in terms of volunteer work, making sure that others are taken care of before we take care of ourselves. So that's what I think we should be most grateful for. Thank you.
Thank you, and thank you for that wonderful insight you had given, ma'am. So now let's move on to the next speaker. The next speaker will be Toastmaster Jimmy Patros. Toastmaster Jimmy, can you kindly unmute yourself?
Hi, John. Am I audible?
Yeah, you're audible. So the topic for you is, what do you want most? What do you want the most?
What do you want the most? Hi, good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests.
Good evening.
So, what do you want most? I think when we are at office, we want a break and we want to sit at home. So now that it is more than a week at home, I want to be back in office. So I think it works like it's the greener pasture the other side. So what is more important is to be happy, learn to be happy with what we are, where we are. Try to be adaptive to the changing situations. So that makes us happy and makes us less needy to, want more. I hope I conveyed it right.
Yes.
So that is my way forward. So the mantra is to be adaptive to the environment you are in. Learn to be happy with whatever the situations and circumstances throw to us, and be happy. Keep smiling.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster GB, for the insights you had shared. Next upon, I would like to call Toastmaster Satish Babu. Toastmaster Satish Babu, if you're online, kindly unmute yourself. Toastmaster Satish Babu?
John, may I audible?
Yeah, you're audible. Okay, Satish Babu,
Yeah.
the topic I'm going to give to you is, okay, I have many topics for you, but one such topic which I would like to give
Simple
you
topic,
is,
huh?
yes. If you had to teach something, what would you teach?
Come again?
If you have to teach something, what you will teach? Teach
Okay,
something,
okay.
what you will teach?
So my topic is if I want to teach something, what I will teach, right? So most important thing what I feel right now is the positive thought which most of us not having right now. That only thought I want to teach to everyone, because most of the people, they don't have money, they don't have a food, they don't have a dress or all the other things. If they have for a positive thought, and everything is possible for them. So in current scenario, most of our youngsters or most of my friends or colleagues or whatever or neighbors, everybody, whenever they face the problem, they feel we are the person in the world facing the most of the problem. So at that moment, I try to say and try to teach them that be positive in all the moment whenever it is possible, and try to share this information to your friends whenever they face the problem, because the situation not going to be the same in future. So it definitely will be changed, and if you have the positive thought. And so I request each and everyone, please be positive and spread the positive and gratitude, as Nina ma'am said, and DTM Mayur has said. So as much as possible, please do that and be safe, be happy, and thank you so much.
Thank
Hand
you,
over to you, John.
Toastmaster. Yeah, thank you, Toastmaster Satish Babu. The next speaker whom I'd like to call is the senior speaker, Toastmaster Nagendra Bharati. Toastmaster Nagendra Bharati, can you kindly unmute yourself?
Thank you.
Sir, are you available?
Yeah, I am available.
Okay, sir. Your background is so nice, sir. It shows your passion towards CTM. It's very inspiring. So, sir, as you are a very senior Toastmaster, I have a very difficult topic to you. It's a kind of a diplomatic topic. Let me see how you are handling this topic. Is stealing to feed a starving child wrong? Is stealing to feed a starving child is right or wrong?
Could you please come again?
Is stealing to feed a starving child is right or wrong?
Stealing to feed a starving child.
A hungry child.
Okay. Thank you for throwing this missile at me. The missile man of today's meeting was Toastmaster John, TT Master, and my dear Toastmasters. Stealing to serve a starving child is good, but whom we are going to steal? You would have heard about Robin Hood. Robin Hood stole from the rich people and gave the money to the poor people. In the same way, we can also steal from the rich people and give it to the starving child. But before identifying the rich people, we have to find out the background of those rich people. We have to steal from the most corrupt people, most cunning people, most bad people. If we steal from those bad people and give it to the starving child without telling her that this money is coming from stealing, then I think that is worth the effort and that is okay. I think I am a Robin Hood. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Nagendra Bharati. The first child you have to feed is me, sir, because I'm very poor. We steal and give some money, which I will. What to do. Okay, let's
You
move
don't
on to the
appear,
next
sir.
speaker. Who is that?
You don't appear poor.
Fine. Okay, next time I will wear a torn T-shirt so that you will accept you. Okay, you should. This is a T-shirt I had got it from my terrace, not my T-shirt. So I'm a very poor guy. So let's move on to the next Toastmaster. Toastmaster Fires. Sir, as soon as you enter into the room, Nadra told that there is a monkey, but we thought that it was you, but it was the picture behind. I think sarcastically she was mentioning you, but it's fine. You can deal with her later. So now the topic which you have to deal with is okay, very interesting topic. I will give it to you. What would you not give up for $1 lakh of cash? What would you not give up for $1 lakh of cash?
Good evening, Toastmasters, and my respects to Toastmaster DTM Neena John. I've seen you after a really long time. It's I'm feeling very happy to see you, ma'am. Welcome to the meeting. And what would I not give up for $1 lakh is the profession that I do. At the moment, the world is going through a complete unprecedented moment of uncertainty. Nobody knows who is having the COVID virus, who is infected, who is not infected. Nobody knows about it. But when somebody walks in, you have to treat that person. You have to treat him. Even, yesterday or day before, there was a person who was in pain, and I was working. I was speaking to the person. I thought that person is a local. And then suddenly, the way she spoke, I knew that this is from some other country. So I asked her, from where are you? She says she is from Seychelles, and she had just come into the country and whatever. But things aside, we had to work, my team had to work on her continuously to finish off that work in about 24 hours. But that after we completed the work, the satisfaction what she had and the comfort what she felt with us was a moment when I felt like, okay, there is something good that we can do with our profession. It's just not the money. We can spread the positivity. We can help people with the profession. And John, I think you got my answer. Thank you very much for the opportunity.
Yes, I think you are doing a great service for the society. Let's give him a big round of applause for choosing such a profession to serve the mankind. So let me call upon the next speaker. It's a great honor to have our division director with us, Toastmaster Singaravelan. Sir, are you available, Toastmaster Singaravelan? Are you available online?
Yes, John.
Okay. Toastmaster Singaravelan, the topic for you, I think it's only 4:30. 4:30 is 4:40 is the time, I guess. 4:30? Note 4:40. Okay, Toastmaster Singaravelan, the topic for you is, what had life taught you recently? What had life taught you recently?
Taught. Yes. Good evening, everyone. What had life taught me recently, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So the clarity here is not so light. That's why I put it my video off. Is it okay, right?
You can turn it on, sir. Not an issue.
Okay, try to switch on. Okay, thank you for the topic. I'm really happy to be part of this meeting. And what the life taught me recently, it's a lot of things. And as everyone know, uncertainty. So which is recently we have talked about. Even the last area contest also is talked the same point. Expecting unexpected. So a lot of things happen within personal life or professional life across the globe, which no one expected. So the life taught me is don't save for future. So whatever we save for future, we don't know where we can take it for further. And we spend a lot of our time for investing in money or saving back or getting back something from the society, and we save something for our future or for our kids. But we don't know what will happen in the next minute or next hour or the next year. So nothing is going to be happen as we plan. So instead of saving money for our kids, we'll give something worthwhile to teach them how to live the life in uncertain situation. Nowadays, we are really planning so much to the kids, and we are directing to them, and that's so that they are living in the comfortable zone. So in this situation, I would like to take as a challenge or like a lesson. I would like to teach my kids how to be live in all the situations, whether we have a good comfortable life or we don't have. So we should live with the situation. Based on the situation, we have to live. So there is nothing stable here. So that's the lesson I learned recently. Thank you so much. Over to
Thank you, Toastmaster, for that wonderful insight you had given. Now, like we call upon the next speaker for today, it's Toastmaster Venu Neelakandan. Toastmaster Venu Neelakandan, can you kindly unmute yourself?
Yeah.
The topic for you is, how do you define success? How do you define success, Toastmaster Venu Neelakandan?
It can be defined by a single line. Success is not a destination, it's a journey. That's what we are usually saying to all our guests and all our people whenever we are giving a motivation. But what I feel success is, what we consider success today won't be a success. For example, the corona taught us, because many people, many businessmen, they thought within last 1 week ago, they were successful in their business. They achieved something, some share market, everything. They felt that they are successful because they rightly invested in the right company or right particular bond and everything. But now they are feeling differently. So success cannot be considered as a success until we get the benefit of the success. So success is nothing. It's all about how we are taking it. Because some people, they may think that reaching particular position or particular gaining something will be success, but that's not success. So success is something that can't be achieved, but we can travel along with the success. Every point of view, there is no destination. We have to travel further, because success is not a destination, it's a journey. Out to you, John.
Thank you, Toastmaster Vinu. Now I would like to call upon Toastmaster Puneet. He is coming back after a long time. Toastmaster Puneet, can you kindly unmute yourself?
Am I audible? Am I audible, John?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
The topic for you, Toastmaster Puneet, what motivates you to be the best? Okay. What motivates you to be your best?
Very good question. I would rather answer it in what not motivate to me, what doesn't motivate me to be the best. So I have seen in my companies many people, including my own boss, getting stagnant over a period of time. And I'm pretty sure most of us would agree that at one point of time, we all get stagnant. But then that's where we have various forums like Toastmasters, wherein you get a new way of living. You get a new way of improving yourself. Toastmasters is one such platform. I'm pretty sure there are many other platforms as well, which motivate us to go out from our comfort zone to be the best. And there is a best reason why we need to be the best, whether it comes to any activity. If you're cooking, let's be the best. If you're sweeping, let's be the best. Because when we are performing at our best, there are people most importantly our loved one, who look up to us and they get inspired. I think that's the biggest motivation one could give to others in that process of discovering ourselves. I still remember how, being the most laziest person in my family, I would sleep for 12 hours, 14 hours in my college, even in school days. But that was not the motivation which I was supposed to give to my siblings. I realized, thanks to my mentors, thanks to my parents, that I have to be serious in my life to be the best at whatever I could. Even when it comes to Toastmasters also, where we all have our ups and downs, but still the best we could do is to be present at that moment, ask that honest question ourselves, that have we given our best that day? Because if we haven't given, then it's time to, okay, 1 minute 30 seconds, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's time to reflect where we are going wrong, and more importantly, let's strive to be the best. Even a pushback car, right? We all know that pushback car, boys love pushback car, right? Even it has some challenges, but once you push it back, it goes forward. Like that, we have to accept our faults, our setbacks, and more importantly, let's give our best. After all, time is an asset. You waste it or invest it. Let's invest in our best. Over to John. Thanks a lot. Great to see everybody.
Thank you, Toastmaster Puneet. And the last speaker for today is Toastmaster Nanda. Toastmaster Nanda, can you kindly unmute yourself?
Hi, John. Can you hear me?
Yes. Toastmaster Nanda, the topic for you is, if I could grant you one wish, what would you wish for except resolving this corona issue? If I could grant you one wish, what would you wish for except resolving this corona issue?
Good evening, Toastmasters and guests. So I would like to share a quick story. Ailing father, who is probably going to die in the next few days, called up his younger son and said, "Son, I have an old watch with me. Can you go to a watch shop and see what the worth of the watch?" The son went to the shopkeeper and asked how much worth it is. The shopkeeper took a look at the watch and said, "This is a very old watch, guys. Maybe I can give you 100 rupees. The son came back to the dad and said, "Dad, he says it's worth just 100 rupees. Okay, now you're going to a pawnbroker. Show it to the pawnbroker and see how worth it is." The pawnbroker took a look at the watch and then said, "Maybe I can give you 500 rupees. This guy came to his dad and said, "Dad, he's saying that it's 500 rupees. Okay, you go to a museum and ask the worth of the watch." The guy went to the museum and asked the museum curator how much worth the watch it is. The curator was stunned seeing the watch. "Oh my God, this is an old Second World War time German-made watch. It's the rarest of the rarest. Maybe I could put an auction and the base price would be 30 lakhs. The guy was stunned and came back to the dad and said, "Dad, the museum guy says it's worth 30 lakhs. Son, this is a message I want to leave you today. What you're worth is where you are currently. How much your talent you have. You should be at the right place at the right time to be your talent to be recognized." This is the message I have, John. Thank you. Thanks for the opportunity.
Thank you, sir. I think it is quite relevant with the topic which I had given. I also have a watch, sir. If you can find such a place, you will kindly let me know. For 30 lakhs, I will ready to start.
There you go.
Thank you, guys. It has been a very wonderful session. And now I'd like to hand over the session back to the TMOD of the day, Toastmaster side.
Thank you, Toastmaster John, for this lovely session.
Thank you.
On behalf of Chennai Toastmasters Club, I would like to extend warm welcome to our DD Division Director. Okay, so I have clapped. Okay, welcome, sir. With this, I have one more interesting fact happened during 1988. At that time, US, Russia, and other nations became nuclear nations. India also wanted that certificate. But US, Russia, these countries had imposed some strict measures that no country should test nuclear weapons. US had 4 satellites orbiting, specially to keep an eye on India to check if they are testing the nuclear weapon or not. For 1.5 years, Indians were trained in the dark at night. For few hours, the satellite would go away from India. At that time, in 1988, India tested secretly and successfully tested the nuclear weapon and got the certificate under the leadership of saludos leader, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. So this brings some amount of pride in our heart. With this, I would like to say that US always keeps an eye on the world. It evaluates everybody's progress. Similarly, today we have Toastmaster Geeta, a general evaluator, who will be evaluating the entire session. So I'd like to hand over the control to our general evaluator, Toastmaster Geeta.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day. It's now time for us to move to the evaluation session. So this is the session where our prepared speaker, Toastmaster Abhilash, is going to get instant feedback from our champ evaluator who has made our club very proud by his communication skills, Toastmaster Adil, to read out his evaluation. Over to you, Toastmaster Adil, to evaluate Toastmaster Abhilash's speech.
Thank you, General Evaluator, and good evening to my fellow Toastmasters, and special good evening to our target speaker, Toastmaster Abhilash. First of all, kudos to you, Toastmaster Abhilash, for successfully delivering your icebreaker speech in our icebreaker online meeting of CTM. So, pat on you. Firstly, let me start with commendations. The first thing is like scripting. Your script was very well organized in a chronological order, that you started with the day you were born, with your education, working, family. Everything was clearly organized. And next commendation is on the preparation. Not only on the speech preparation, you have shown your commitment also on technical parts. You made your device available and you made yourself available in a quiet room, which made your voice very clear to all the listeners on the online meeting. And the entire speech was very pleasant to listen. And the next commendation is special for me. I would say hand gestures. Though you were restricted on using the stage very much or many body language, facial expression, you used your hand gestures properly, and it helped you to deliver your speech in a proper way. And kudos to you on that, to shown that much commitment on the speech project. So the commendations are on the script, on the preparation, technical preparation, and on the presentation, that is hand gestures. And on the recommendation part, I have tried so much to just find one recommendation, but unfortunately I couldn't. But just for the sake of recommendation, I'd like to give you one thing again on the technical part. In between, your speech was like your video was stuck. We missed one or two beautiful moments of your life. So what I would recommend you to just connect to your internet service provider, not only to you, to all the participants in future online meetings, to make your internet line on a high speed line, so that we will not miss some beautiful points from a speaker. So overall, so till this day, I think adapting to a new change is very difficult, but you've shown that is a piece of cake. Adapting to this much change in an online meeting, it is very easy to deliver speech. So even though we will not be able to give a standing ovation for icebreaker speech today, you deserve it, Toastmaster Abhilash. Looking forward for all your future speeches online. So I'm handing over the dais to our general evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Adil. It's now time for us to hear from our timer, Toastmaster Cholan. A quick report from you, Toastmaster Cholan.
Okay. Quote Master, Toastmaster Karthik, time taken 1 minute 38 seconds. Idiom Master, Toastmaster Jagdish, time taken 1 minute 10 seconds. Speaker Abhilash, time allotted 4 to 6 minutes, time taken 5 minutes 47 seconds. TT speakers, time allotted 1 to 2 minutes. Toastmaster Aniruddha, time taken 1 minute 26 seconds. DTM Mayur, 2 minutes 13 seconds. DTM Neena, 1 minute 8 seconds. Toastmaster Jimmy, 1 minute 18 seconds. Toastmaster Satish Babu, 1 minute 19 seconds. Toastmaster Nagendra Bharati, 1 minute 25 seconds. Toastmaster Payas, 1 minute 54 seconds. Toastmaster Singaravelan, 1 minute 37 seconds. Toastmaster Venu, 1 minute 27 seconds. Toastmaster Puneet, 2 minutes 5 seconds. Toastmaster Nanda, 2 minutes 28 seconds. Evaluator Toastmaster Adil, 2 minutes 20 seconds. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Cholan. It's wonderful to know that there are no time disqualifications. It is but obvious your Claps were too audible for everyone to be on alert. It's now time for us to listen from our counter, Toastmaster Kritika Gopinath. Over to you, Toastmaster Kritika Gopinath.
Let us give silent clap for those who had been flawless in their speech. Toastmaster Syed Sultan, Toastmaster Jagdish, Toastmaster Abhilash, Toastmaster Nagendra Bhardi, and Toastmaster Nanda. Thank you. So to start with Toastmaster Karthik, you used a repetition of like that. Toastmaster John, 3 plus R's. Toastmaster Aniruddha, 2 R and a repetition of it is. Toastmaster Jimmy Patros, 3 R. DTM Mayur, 3 R's. DTM Nina John, 2 R. Toastmaster Satish Babu, 2 R. Toastmaster Fires, repetition of and. Toastmaster Singaravelan, 1 R. Toastmaster Venu, 1 R. Toastmaster Adil, 2 R. And Toastmaster Punit, 1 R. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Kritika Gopinath. Toastmaster Chandani has joined us back, and I'm sure she is going to give us a wonderful grammarian report. Over to you, Toastmaster Chandani.
Good evening, Toastmasters. First of all, I apologize for the inconvenience caused. There were some connectivity issues and I couldn't read out the objectives in the beginning of the meeting. As a grammarian, I had to choose the word of the day, and I came up with the word sedulous, which refers to a person showing dedication, hard work, or sincerity in whatever work he or she does. So this word, the word of the day, sedulous, was used by one speaker, DTM Mayur. Moving on to the good usages, some of them are top-notch, apple's eye, vulnerabilities, and stagnant. Saving the best for last, a special mention about Toastmaster Abhilash. He had a great sense of vocabulary with interesting word usages. Kudos to him. And hereby I conclude my report. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Chandani. So it's now time for me to give my evaluation. First of all, I would like to congratulate the ExCom for this wonderful initiative of bringing in to us the online meeting. To be honest, it was a meeting where we enjoyed the meeting within the comforts of our home, and we had a peek outdoor as well. Toastmaster Venu's background, the greenery, was really soothing to our eyes. And Toastmaster Nagendra Bharti's background poster, which gave us a feel that we are sitting in the comfort of our club as well. So that was really very appealing to our eyes. Of course, we did have some issues with the connectivity. So we missed out Toastmaster Chandani, but it was very quick of Toastmaster Syed and Toastmaster Nadira to come out with the word of the day, and Toastmaster Nadira had us send the meaning and the usage of the word of the day via chat also. So that was very quick, and kudos to both of you. So on the whole, the meeting was wonderful except for the few connectivity issues. Maybe we can try solving it individually. Apart from that, everything that started well has to end well, and we are ending on time, I suppose. With this, I hand over the control to Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Syed Sultan. Over to you, Toastmaster Syed Sultan.
Thank you, General Evaluator. Ladies and gentlemen, I know that each one of us has a national duty due at 5 o'clock, so I won't be taking much of your time. Just before handing over the control to our president, few things I wanted to share. It is really good to appreciate the doctors, people who serve us, but at the same time, I would request everybody to make sure that by doing this good gesture, we don't end up disturbing others. For example, if there is a newborn baby or small babies in your neighborhood, please refrain from disturbing them, because if we keep on clapping, tapping vessels, they might get frightened. So be good, be safe, don't harm others. Do remember people in all your prayers. Over to you, President Toastmaster Nadia.
Thank you, Syed. That was a beautifully conducted meeting. So, raise of hands, how many of you actually enjoyed today's 1 hour meeting? I know I did. Okay, awesome. So I loved the response which we had today. And unfortunately, as we are going to be running short of time, if I don't make this quick, I'm going to move to the results for today. So today in the jig, the best jig role player is our court master, Toastmaster Karthik. Can we have a huge round of applause for him? The best tag role player for today is our grammarian, Toastmaster Chandni. Our best TT speaker for the day is none other than Toastmaster Satish Babu. And last but not least, the best role player for today goes to our outstanding tier Modi, Toastmaster Syed. So I'd like to thank you all for being a part of this meeting today. We've had 29 members, to be frank. Muskan joined us and left in between. So it's been a wonderful meeting, and we've been graced with the honor of having DTM Meena John as well as having Toastmaster Singaravelan on call with us. So a big kudos to us. And apart from that, I'd also like to thank each and every one of you for being a part of the online test series which we had. We had 2 meetings which were conducted with 12 and 20 members. And both of those have led us to this. So it's been a monumental moment. I thank you all. And on this note, I adjourn meeting number 719 for next week on Zoom at the same time. Thank you all for being a part of our meeting. So let us just take a quick picture over here before we cut this call. So just everyone please smile over here. Please take. Amazing.
Nice thumbs up.
Thank you all. Thank you all for such a great meeting.
Yeah. No samosa, no tea. Everyone leave the group.
Bye. Stay safe.
Thank you all. Thank you all.
Bye. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, guys.
sound